Once a devotee asked Bhagwan Sri Ramana Maharishi, why should there be difference in the feeling or experiences of the two states? Maharishi said, did you ask while asleep any question regarding your birth or where you go after death? Why think all these now in the wakeful state? Let what is born think of its birth and remedy its cause and ultimate fate. Why these questions relating to after death? Raise the questions now and answer them. Was I born? Am I reaping the fruits of my past karma? And so on. They will not be raised when you fall to sleep. Why are you different from the one in sleep? You are in sleep in the dream and in the wakeful state just the same. Sleep is a natural state of happiness. There is no misery. The sense of want, of pain, etc. arise only in the wakeful state. What is the change that has taken place? You are the same in both, but there is a difference in happiness. Why? Because the mind has arisen now. This mind arises after the I thought. The I thought arises from the consciousness. If one abides in it, the person is always happy. Then devotee asked, is it the body when tired that goes to sleep? Then Maharishi told, but does the body sleep or wake up? You yourself said before that the mind is quiet in sleep. The three states are to the mind. The self is always uncontaminated. It is the substance running through all these three states. The wakeful state passes off I am. The dream state passes off I am. They repeat still I am. They are like pictures moving on the screen in a cinema show. They do not affect the screen. Similarly, also here, I am unaffected, though these states pass off. If it is for the body, are you aware of the body in sleep? Without knowing the body to be there, how can that body be said to be in sleep? The sense of the body is the thought is of the mind rises after the I thought. The I thought is the root thought. If that is held, the other thought will disappear. There will then be no body, no mind, even not even the ego, only the self in its purity. After the mind rises, the body thought rises and the body is seen. Then the thought of birth, the state before birth, death, the state after death, all these are only of the mind. You who slept are also now awake. There was no unhappiness in your sleep, whereas it is present now. What is it that has happened now so that this difference is experienced? There was no I thought in your sleep, whereas it is present now. The true I is not apparent and the false I is parading. This false I is the obstacle to your right knowledge. Find out where from this false I arises. That will disappear. You will be only what you are, absolute being. Search for the source of I thought. That is all that one has to do. The universe is on account of the I thought. If that ends, there ends misery also. The false I will end only when its source is sought. Then devotee asked, can the soul remain without a body? Maharishi said, it will be so in a short time, hence during deep slumber. The self is then bodiless, but even now it is so. In deep sleep you exist without ego. Then you are free of doubts. Only now in waking states ego rises and you have doubts. In deep sleep you are happy. In waking state you are unhappy. Find out that state of deep sleep whence you have come. Then devotee asked, what is Turiya? Bhagwan said, Turiya is the mind is quiescence and aware of self. There is the awareness that the mind has merged in its source. Whether the senses are active or inactive is immaterial. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the senses are inactive. To know implies the subject and object. To be aware means to be thought free. Hari Om Tat Sat.